Welcome back, everyone. It's RimFire Friday. We have a very special guest for tonight's show, Michael Blackburn. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Well, thanks, Dom. How are you?
Yeah, going pretty good, mate. Pretty good. Thanks for doing this.
That's all right. No problem. Third time lucky.
Yes. Yes. For all our viewers, we've had three goes at this. The first one, Michael had feedback. The second one we did just last night, and I forgot to press record. So we're recording now. Okay. Michael, could you give us a quick introduction? Where are you from? What do you do for a living?
I'm from Lake Bollock. My name's Michael Blackburn. I'm a farmer. Um, yeah, so pretty lucky to have a little bit of area to have a play here and there. So yeah,
How long have you been shooting, and what disciplines have you been shooting?
yeah, I've been shooting pretty much all my life. I'm almost 40 now, so I've been shooting probably 30 something years. Mainly just rabbits when I was a kid. Well, actually, on the slug gun, actually shooting swallows in and out of the shed. So I used to be able to hit them in midair pretty much. Yeah, then into the bunnies and rabbits. But then I sort of got into long range shooting. Um, I sort of set up a range here and was shooting that with a mate for a few years. And then we thought, well, why not give competition a go? So about 2.5 years ago, we got into PRS. Yeah, and absolutely loved it. So yeah, all the other shooting sort of, I don't know, taken back step, and yeah, I tend to do PRS, yeah, every opportunity I can.
Yeah, beautiful. Um,
Sorry, NRL,
how
everything.
how was the Nationals for you? Did you dominate? Did you go there confident? Were you nervous?
I was a little nervous going into it since Italy. It's been my goal to win the finale. Um, so yeah, that was just one of my main goals. I went into it a little bit underdone. I didn't really have much preparation because we were sowing, and yeah, we were sort of fairly busy on the farm. So I had probably two practice sessions, which I took the gun out, just had it in the ute. While I was waiting for fertilizer, I got it out and yeah, chucked a target out and had probably 20 minutes flat out.
Let's go.
um, yeah, so look, I actually learned a lot in those couple of little sessions. But
Beautiful.
what I did do is, yeah, I got over to the range probably a month or two prior to the finale and worked out a few things. And so pretty much everything was sorted over a month before I went.
Okay.
So I was ready. So, yeah, but yeah, I felt I was a little bit underdone having not shot a match for a while. But yeah, I was sort of, I don't know, going up there for a bit of fun, see how it went.
Marvelous.
Mm.
What got you into NRL 22?
Well, when I started PRS, I was shooting centerfire for the first season, and then our club started NRL. I think it was January last year.
Okay.
So yeah, I went down to the first. Oh, I missed the first few matches, but yeah, January was my first. So I managed to squeeze in January, Feb before the finale last year to sort of secure a spot for that. I managed to yeah win those couple, and then yeah. Yeah, no, just good bunch of mates that shot centerfire. We're all starting to do 22 as well. So yeah, and I love the 22. I've grown up on it. It's cheap to run, easy to load for. So yeah, I love 22. It's great. Mm.
Yeah, me too. It's like going full circle, back to childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's more relaxing. You don't have to reload. You stand around and talk a bit. You don't have to yell at each other because there's all the banging going on. You don't end up with a headache. So yeah, it's nice and relaxing. It's good.
How normally do you train? Have you any particular training methods?
Not any particular training methods. I tend to just go over there, and it's normally just before my wife gets home with the kids. So yeah, I go over there quickly before they get there. So blast off as many rounds as I can. But what I try and do is sort of work on a bit of speed every training session, I suppose. I'll go out and I'll start with just trying to make up a stage in my head and just tear through it as quick as I can. I don't normally fire more than one shot off each position. I try and move as much as I can so I can get fluent in movement and building a position. So yeah, I'll say make a 10-round stage, and yeah, 10 positions, and I'll burn through that as quick as I can, so I can learn the movements and get into position quick. That way I can make up time between shots, and then I'll end up after that. I'll sort of slow it down a little bit, but I still find myself moving quickly and then getting into position quick, and then it allows you to sort of get those extra seconds to stay to get on target and pull the trigger and really concentrate on that part of it, because that's probably the most important part in hitting targets. So leading up to the finale, I tend to I love shooting small targets. Really sort of makes you focus. You obviously miss quite a bit more, but that's a good thing, because you learn how to spot your misses and get back on target as quick as you can. So that's a big part of my training thing as well.
So the lead up into the Nationals, did your training routine change a little, or you shot smaller targets, you say?
Yeah, I tend to try and shoot smaller targets. Just to really sort of hone in on that. Yeah, having to hold still and really concentrating on a clean trigger break. You do miss a little bit more because I tend to train with cheaper ammo.
Yeah.
But that really sort of focuses your eyes on sort of the more you shoot, the more you can learn to keep your eyes open too, so you can spot actually bullets flying through the air, and if you miss that, you can at least see where the dust comes from. And it's one of the hardest parts about NRL, and this discipline is being able to make a confident shift, I suppose, to get back on target. That's why I like training with small targets anyway.
What's your rig? What's your gun setup? What's your scope gun barrel setup?
So I run, fortunate enough to be supported by Vigara. So I run a B14R in a it was a masterpiece, but now it's an MDT ACC Elite chassis,
Nice.
which I absolutely love for the 22. It's really easy to tune the weight. I'm just using the 18-inch Vigara barrel, so it's only the light one.
Yep.
We'll be going to a heavy one soon, a big straight taper one. But I find the MDT, the ACC Elite, just easy to balance. And then I got a Schmidt and Bender 6-36 sitting on top. So
Nice.
some top tier glass, but really allows you to spot, you set your parallax correctly, and you can see pretty much every bullet past the target.
Yeah, really.
If I'm doing my part right anyway. So yeah.
I think, like you said before, there's a bit in that. If you can make corrections, I think that's helpful.
Yeah. The
If
best
you're
we'll talk about probably in a little bit, but the best result I've ever had from that, or the most memorable one, was over in Italy. We were sort of shooting on a hillside, down a hill, and we were shooting off into a tree line, because we sort of shot over a brow of a hill. So there was nothing to get any feedback from bullets. The targets were about 10 feet high, and then just a tree line behind. So bullets just disappeared into the never. But I had one stage where we had sort of thermals coming up in the morning. Wind was going that way, thermals were going that way, mirage was sort of doing this, and really hard to sort of make a first wind call. So it's probably one stage I remember getting wrong. And on that very first shot, I saw it go 1.5 mil off to the right side. I actually saw the bullet the whole way. And because of that, I was able to, just quickly change my game plan. And luckily, it was a one target all stage. So after that shift, I cleaned every shot after that anyway. So very lucky I saw that bullet that stage. I got an 11 out of 12.
Really, that's amazing.
Yeah, after missing that first one.
What ammo does that gun like the best?
Like sort of all good ammos, pretty like I have got it headspaced for SK Lapua brass. I've put a 2000 shim in the bolt, which Lowy Products actually supply, which is really good to be able to tune the ammo to the gun. So I run SK long range match because value for money, it's just unbeatable really. I've tried some very expensive ones, and it's pretty marginal the the difference. So I just stick with SK. It's it's a pretty good round.
What groups do you see, like at 50? Just so you can let everyone else know.
Look, no better than anyone else. It's probably doing, probably about 12 mil, I suppose, at 50 meters. Like I only do 10-shot groups. Anything less is just, yeah, waste of time, I find.
Yeah,
You got to get the truth.
I agree.
Yeah, so look, yeah, about a 12 mil group. It blows out a little bit at 100, probably a bit over an inch, inch and a quarter maybe.
Yep.
But yeah, look, leading into Italy, I tested a bunch. I tried Ely match, and that shot pretty average at 150. But out at 200, it sort of must have just kept its line perfectly, where SK, they were sort of probably on par at 200. Yeah, so I'm doing about a 4.5-inch group at 200.
Okay.
About, yeah, close to 5, I suppose. About four, yeah, about a 4.5.
Righto.
Yeah.
Do you have a cleaning procedure?
Yes, I do. I tend to just try and get that carburing out. And I do it probably every 200 rounds or something. Yeah, or before a match, obviously. So I find it'll shoot its best groups probably after about 7 shots.
Yep.
Yeah, for the next sort of 30 rounds, they'll be just brilliant. But yeah, that's when the guns shoot their best, I reckon. So yeah. I wasn't a big believer in all that sort of stuff, but I ran a Bagara. I probably had about 10,000 rounds on it, and I probably cleaned it once. But then I learned a bit about the carbon ring and thought I'd just try it. Actually, it's when I started NRL. I found the first 1 or 2 bullets just going everywhere, and that's when Stu Allen actually taught me about a carbon ring. So go home and clean it. With that, I did, and yeah, the first 1 or 2 bullets were sort of same spot as everyone else. So yeah, I'm a big believer in it now. So
Because you don't clean
yeah,
22s.
no, that's right. Yeah, no carbon ring, and I don't touch the rest of the barrel. I just leave. Yeah, just leave it. I just push whatever I'm cleaning with just out the barrel and leave it. I don't go back to bare metal like I
Yeah.
do with a centerfire.
Do you have a barricade bag, rear bag preference?
Armageddon gear medium would be my favorite. Yeah, along with about 99.9% of other people.
Yep.
Or everybody who's got one anyway. So yeah, then I've got a +1 as well, which is Armageddon gear as well. So for a bigger barricade, like a deeper barricade, I find the bigger bag better. It's longer, so you get a little bit more contact point with the rifle. Other than that, I run a front plate bag for a rear tripod support sometimes. So that's just a Coltac, backbone with I actually run a Celtic Precision bag on it most of the time. So yeah, Celtic Precision are out of Wales. Actually, I shot with Dean, the owner of Celtic, over in Italy, and really good guy, and he's got some really good products coming out. So
Cool.
yeah, hopefully we'll see them start filtering over here. There's Apex Precision are starting to distribute them, so look out for them.
Interesting.
They're good. Yeah.
Spotting scope, binos preference.
Probably binos. Yeah, I've just got a spotter a few months ago, and look, I like the spotter, but just looking through one eye all day, I don't like much.
Yeah.
The one thing I like is being able to really zoom in on the target and mill it. Yeah, so I found a few tricks and tips with having actually a reticle in a binos or in a spotter scope. Bucking a couple of weeks ago, we shot in heavy fog in the morning, and seeing the 500-meter targets, we actually had to wait for the fog to clear a bit. It was coming through in waves.
Yep.
So in that time, I sort of measured the cross beam of the target hanger, and figured out it was about a 0.6 below that was the center of the target. So just happened to, when I shot, a wave of fog came across, and I was able to hold 0.6 off the hanger and sort of between the straps, and managed to hit the target sort of in an invisible target, I suppose. So yeah, but general work, I just binos. Yeah, they're just much easier on the eyes.
Greatest NRL22 achievement to date. This should be an easy one.
Any NRL would have to be winning the finale. We can't go past that. Yeah, but in 22 would have to be probably Italy, I suppose. I shot in the factory division over in Italy, and picked up 2nd place at the World Cup. So yeah, that was pretty exciting.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah, to get on the podium and see the Aussie flag going up was, yeah, something I'll remember forever.
I thought it was pretty cool too.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. So yeah, pity it wasn't a national anthem though. Yeah, Stars and Stripes got that one.
What do you wish you knew at the start of your NRL 22 journey?
Um, Probably what gear I was using now, really. I would have saved a lot of money, as
Yeah.
we've said. Yeah, look, I've changed a lot of gear over. I find I really want something, I don't like it, I get rid of it to buy something else. So, yeah, I'd like to have known where I'd be at now with my gear, for sure. But yeah, look, we sort of jumped in the deep end and just gave it a go in RimeFire, and it was pretty overwhelming. So it would have been nice to have a little bit of coaching beforehand, just to sort of talk myself around, like get myself into a stage and learn how to sort of attack it, I suppose. Yeah, that'd be handy, I reckon.
So then, this is the question you've been hung up on twice. What has hurt you the most in your NRL 22 career?
Which leads us into this question, not probably going into a stage knowing exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah.
So I knew what, yeah, it was coming, so I thought I'd hold off. So the very first comp we went to was, yeah, pretty daunting. The Corsify was a bit complex and tricky.
Yep.
And yeah, when you're trying to absorb it all, like, because yeah, in a stage brief you've never seen before, yeah, all of a sudden you said you got to shoot from here, here, a target here, here, and that's all I heard. I'm like, holy hell, what am I? Yeah, how am I supposed to remember all that? So I'm trying to write data cards, and yeah, and then the beeper goes, and all of a sudden you just don't know what you're doing. So yeah, luckily in PRS everyone's pretty forgiving and helpful, and they'll help you through it as you shoot. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, but I don't know, things that have hurt me are, yeah, my club mates that tease me a bit and heckle, but that's all part of it.
What advice would you give to someone just starting out?
Don't put too much pressure on yourself like I did. I went to try and, yeah, do really well in my first time. Just go there and try and hit a few targets. Don't stress about being perfect. Yeah, we all try and be perfect on the first time, and it's just impossible. But take little things on board as you go. Yeah, ask questions, because everyone's really helpful. If you want to try someone's gear, don't be afraid to ask, just or talk about it. Yeah, everyone's really friendly, as you probably know. Yeah, I'm always willing to lend my gear to somebody to try out. So yeah, just approach people for help. They'll be more than willing to give it to you.
Yeah, it's a great community.
It is, yeah. No, it's very, like, that's part of the reason why I've loved it so much. Like, I've played footy all my life, and yeah, you make friends through that. But everyone comes from different backgrounds, liking different stuff. They're just there to play footy. Shooting, everyone's sort of grown up doing it, or it's just a passion. That's why we're there. So yeah,
Like mine.
Yeah, everyone gets along so well.
Where to from here? What's your next goal?
I'm heading to the States for the World Cup, shooting centerfire for Australia. So yeah, I really want to get the team shooting limited, so 308. So really keen to get the team up and going, and yeah, we're sort of a good little team. We talk a lot, and yeah, we're preparing pretty well. So yeah, that's my main goal, is to yeah, get the team up on the podium this time. We missed out in Italy. We were a draw, but we missed out on time from the podium. So yeah, one more impact in our team would have got on the step. But so that's my goal this year, is to yeah, do well over there.
Well, look, again, thank you so much for agreeing to do this 3 times.
No worries. No worries.
I wish you the best of luck going forward with everything that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dom. I've yeah, set myself big goals, but yeah, that's when I set myself, yeah, to bloody practicing and doing the best I can. Yeah, I hate losing. So thanks very much for the support.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome anytime.